Hello, I'm here to talk about my new washer and dryer, which I'm extremely excited to have. I've been using it for a while now, and OMG, it makes life so much easier. So first of all, this one is the Haela washer, compact washer. Its model is HLP24E, and then the dryer, which I've got over here, I'll talk about the setup later. It's the same brand, Haela, H-A-I-E-R, and then the model HLP141E. So washer and dryer. So first of all, I have lived without a washer and dryer for my whole adult life, and after my son, it was like carrying laundry and the kid. It was just too much. So we were perpetually behind on wash, and I was just like, this is not working. So I started researching washers and dryers, and this is what we settled on. So first, about the washer and why this washer. So this washer is a little larger actually than most compact apartment size washers. But there's some reasons that we went with this one. First of all, it is 1.5 cubic feet inside, which is half the size of your average at home washer. So that's a fairly large load size. So for 3 people, it's not a problem. It's big enough to do queen sheets, just, you know, your bottom sheet. You don't have to do the whole bed at once, but it definitely still handles them. So the first reason we picked this one is capacity. It's large. Second reason, we have control over the wash cycle. A lot of them you don't have control over the wash cycle. This one I can pick, and it displays the time. And in particular, it has different types of cycles, which most of them do, but I can pick to rinse or spin only. So you can do an extra spin cycle, you can do an extra rinse cycle. It shows the time left, so that's the extra power here, as well as the size, were why we picked this one. The final reason for this washer is that it has a pump, which means that the water drains out automatically. I don't have to collect the water from the bottom or wait for it to trickle down by gravity. It will pump the water out into your sink. So here, the hose, it came with the output hose and the input hose. My husband did this with basic sprinkler pipes from the hardware store. So the water, the exit water, just comes right out through here automatically. I don't have to do anything. The other reason for this machine, which is part of it having a pump, is that I don't have to come and do anything mid-cycle. I start it and it's on its own. Here, let me show you how you connect the water in. So it has it comes with this full setup and this piece that screws onto your water faucet. And to start the washer, you just pull that down and connect it on and turn your water on. And when you're done washing your load, it may spray a teeny bit, but always make sure that you turn the water off first. So water's off, and the same motion. Pull it down, pull it off, empty your hose a bit, and then I put it on this handy hook my husband put up here for me. So it just drips on our sponge, which is not a problem. So I still have full use of my sink, except when the washer is going, but a cycle is only 30 minutes, so you can probably handle that between meals. You also still have the bathroom sink, so it's not the end of the world. The other idea is go to bed and run your load at night, and then you're not using the faucet while you're sleeping, and you just let the stuff sit in the washer and dry it in the morning. So that, I don't really feel like not being able to use my kitchen sink is a big deal at all. I haven't had any issue with that. So again, this is the washer. It comes with some pieces. Also, it comes with the piece to connect it to a sink a little differently than we have it, if you like, but that was harder for an apartment where you're taking it on and off. So Haela is the brand, and it's HLP24E. So I'm totally happy with this washer. It does have to be on a level surface, so you will need something for that. I'm here to talk about my new dryer. This is Haela brand, H-A-I-E-R, and the model is HLP141E. So this is not the smallest dryer you can get for an apartment. I'm using it in a 1-bedroom apartment in particular. It's larger for a couple reasons. First of all, a lot of the dryers sold for apartments out there are not actually dryers, they're spinners, which gets your clothes drier but not dry. So this is actually it blows heat full dryer in addition to spinning them. It doesn't just spin them really fast. So I don't have to hang the clothes up to dry. They come out dry. It also is, it's 3 cubic feet capacity, is half the size of your usual at-home washer dryers. So I can fit a fair amount of stuff in here. I can definitely dry a queen sheet. The lint filter is pretty simple. It's just in the back here and you pull it. And you can empty that. There it is. This dryer also has a number of different settings here. One of the complaints people had about this particular dryer, and a lot of them like it, since they're less powerful machines than a full dryer, was time to dry. I haven't really had a problem with that. It does take longer typically than the 45 minutes that our commercial washer dryer out in the complex here have, but it's really not bad at all. So you can pick high heat, low heat, and different settings here. But for us, with my washer, which is matched in terms of also being half the size of an average washer, the longest it takes a load to dry is 90 minutes, and that's talking about towels and things. Most of the time, it's between 60 and 90 minutes. Sometimes I've even had stuff dry within 30 minutes, so I think that's entirely reasonable. Mostly always it's more like 60 minutes. It does remind you to clean the filter, and it has a cool down cycle, which is really cool, because then your clothes are less apt to wrinkle. Now, the thing about a dryer that's actually a dryer and not just a spinner is that in addition to power, you do have to vent the hot air. So hot, moist air, it comes out through the vent. My husband was really doubtful about us being able to do that in a one-bedroom apartment because we don't have washer or dryer hookups. And so I told him, well, you know, it's not a problem, we'll just rainbow it. So this is my engineering, rainbowing the pipe out the window. So here's how it works. I just open the window here. And I put the pipe in the window and close it on it so that it holds it in place. It does shake around a little bit while the dryer's going, but barely, so it stays. It's not a problem. If you live in a really warm, moist place, and you definitely don't want any of that warm, moist air getting back into your apartment, you can fashion one of these. And just sits in our window, and we can put the pipe in there. So that'll be good for summertime when it's already hot enough that I don't want any hot dryer air coming in the house. Right now it's winter, so if a teeny bit doesn't vent all the way out the window, I don't care. You definitely, however, have to have it vent away from the machine itself. You don't want the dryer pulling in the air that it just emitted. Your clothes won't dry properly if it's pulling moist air in to dry your clothes. So don't vent it near your machine. I think that's about it. One of the things I really like actually about the smaller size, about the half size, is it's big enough to be reasonable and small enough that I can just stand here and fold the clothes, and it's so easy to put it all away right away because it's just the perfect amount. So that's it on this dryer. I hope you enjoyed this video.